Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of EFL Teacher Talk with Sean G. I am Sean Gallagher, your host for the definitely not weekly EFL talk show about all things EFL. Today we will be talking about why I hate the ABC song. Get that thing away from me. Don't play it in my school. It is banned in my school. A teacher the other day was humming it in her class and I told her to stop, because she was humming it when she was doing a phonics thing. But anyway, I really feel that the ABC song is a hugely, a lot of people use it. I understand it's traditional. I feel it's a hugely ineffective use of our time in an EFL language learning context. Okay, and remember, this is for language learning. This is not for, if you're in a native English speaking country and you're using it in a nursery school and you're looking to kill a bunch of time with it, right? Totally different context. I'm talking about kids' EFL classes, what we're getting paid to do. So anyway, we'll get into it about why I hate this song so much. Next slide. So why do I hate the ABC song so much? I've made a list. Let me count the ways. Number one, students already know it. Number two, it encourages learning letter names and not phonemes, meaning the sounds, right? Number three, I think it interferes with the kids' ability, especially Japanese kids, with their ability to look at text and see it as a sound code and not a meaning-based code. We'll get more into that in slide number 3. Number 4, it interferes with the hearing, the listening, and the production of English phonemes, sounds of the English language. And number 5, I have 3 things that are way better to do in your class that I can recommend if you want some alternatives to the really, ineffective ABC song. So let's go over to the next slide. Number 1, okay, so this is very, okay, we have Han Solo, and he already knows, he knows. Why shouldn't you use the ABC song? Everybody knows it. Everybody, as in every kid who has ever come into my school, already knows this song somehow, some way. You put the thing on, boom, they already got it, right? So yeah, why do you have to teach this thing to them? Like, you're not teaching it to them. They already know this thing. So yeah, you don't need to do it. They already know it. Okay? Done. Next slide. Here we go. And next, why I hate the ABC song. Point number 2. It encourages learning the letter names. So for example, if a kid sees this, they're going to think B. They're going to want to say B. They're not going to want to say B. Okay? So yeah, so it just encourages, when the kids see text, they're thinking of letter names and they're not thinking of phonemes, the sounds, okay? More on that later. So yeah, and that's just something I don't want to push my kids in that direction, because it's, the letter names are easier. They're a lot easier, especially for Japanese speakers, right? So yeah, it just really pushes them in that direction, and I don't want to do that. So that's number 2. Next, why I hate the ABC song. Number 3, it interferes with viewing written text, English language text, as a sound code. Okay, there's a really nice book that I have a shot of right here. It's Why Our Children Can't Read and What We Can Do About It. It's by Diane McGinnis. If you want a really kind of interesting read into the origins of written languages, and especially the origins of English as a written language, it's a great read. But basically, you boil all that down. English text is a sound code. Okay? It's speech that's been codified so that when you read it, you're replicating speech. The meaning is not in the words, right? So if you want more on that, anyway, you can go ahead and read the book, but that's it. There's an example here on the page I have right here. There's inu, if you can read the Japanese, inu or inu, right? Or, they're both inu, right? They both mean dog, but English is a sound code, so of course it's more like katakana, or sorry, the hiragana on this one, where when you're reading, you're looking at the letters to get the sound out. And then once the sound comes out, you understand the meaning. So anyway, I spend lots and lots and lots of time trying to get kids to read and view reading in that way. And anyway, I feel the ABC song really interferes with that process. So next stage. Why I hate the ABC song? Number 4, it interferes with hearing, with the listening skills, and also producing English phonemes. And I'll give you an example. So look at this slide. There's 2 images here, right? And this is from, the new Finding Out 1, some of the anchor images in here. We have igloo, and we also have octopus. And I can't tell you how many times I have to correct kids on this. It's always igloo, igloo. Because there is no I in Japanese, so they approximate over to E, right? And then, the granddaddy of them all here is octopus, right? Instead of octopus, people are saying octopus. And I feel that, yeah, like the ABC song really, really pushes kids in the direction, they see, the letter O, and they want to say O. And I get it. Sometimes it does say O, like sometimes O, open. I get that, right? But for our beginning readers program, we have a transparent version of the alphabet. It's a 1-to-1. We want to teach them as short vowels. I want the kids, when they see the O, I want them to say ah. I don't want them to say O. And anyway, by not doing the ABC song, I feel that we kind of reduce the amount of mistakes that are made in this way. So anyway, that's the number 4. Yeah, I think it makes it more difficult to just, correctly hear the phonemes and, the sounds of English. So good. And here we go. And okay, and so anyway, so here are some activities that you can use instead of using the ABC song, and I feel these activities are a much, much, much better use of my time in class, and they lead to much more positive learning outcomes for my students. So number 1, yeah, I think the best one of all of these is a chant. Okay, so when I teach phonics, I don't use a song, right? You don't need an ABC song. You don't need an abacus song. That's lame. Nobody's ever going to learn the phonics by abacus song, right? But how they will learn phonics, how kids will learn phonics, is by chanting, right? You might have a set of anchor image cards. You just do a quick chant with them. So it is, there's a beat, so it's rhythmic in that sense, but there's no melody. So it's very, very easy to check student pronunciation. This is how I might do a very quick chant in my class. I'm like, okay, kids, ready? Bird. And then they'll repeat, bird. All right, ready? Tiger. Tiger. Sun. Sun. See, so there's a beat there. And, you can use voice inflections. And with all those things, the kids will repeat. Your students will repeat what you're saying, and then you can really hear what they're saying, and you can get in and do error corrections and things like that. And there's really a bunch of different ways that you can do that. But anyway, long story short, so yeah, number 1, an alternative, song might be a chant rather than using a song. So that's one thing. So a chant using some anchor image cards might be number 1. The second chant that we might use, and that we do use here at the school, and we also find it's very effective. There's Think, Read, Write by Eric Kane. You can see right there in the middle of the red book. Yeah, he has some great phonics chants that accompany that book. And yeah, there's just these really kind of sick beats, and there's like this drum machine behind it. And I think the kids follow along. I think they get real close to the pronunciation. And yeah, that's another kind of alternative to maybe an ABC song that we use here at the school. And then the third example I have up here is from the Happy Valley 1 course. This is the Phenomenals song. Yeah, the age group that we use this with, to be honest, we're not really quite teaching phonics at that level. I think that we use this in our 3-year-old class. I think the kids enjoy doing it. They stand up. it's a cute song, and you know they try it. So anyway, that might be an alternative to the ABC song. But like I said, I mean, to actually learn the phonics, yeah, I think we rely mainly on chanting and not any songs per se. So these are the 3 activities that I would recommend that might be able to take the place of the AB song in your class if you wanted to try that out and see how it went. So yeah, so just in summary, yeah, these are the reasons why I don't use the AB song in my class. I have banned it from my school. Number 1, the kids know it. It encourages learning letter names. It interferes with being able to hear and produce phonemes. Yeah, and it interferes with just the whole idea of being able to look at text and thinking that it's a sound code and not meaning based. And the last one, there are a bunch of activities that are much better than the ABC song. So that's how we spend our time in class. And I'll leave everybody with this, and then just, think about this, like do the math, right? How many lessons? So what are your numbers? Think. How many lessons do you have with your kids per year? So in like maybe in a normal EFL program, let's say it's once a week. My school's open 46 weeks per year. Good. Boom. We have 46 lessons. You only have 46 chances per year to work with your kids, right? Of that, we have 50-minute lessons. Okay, so boom. Now I'm down to 38.3 hours per year. Okay, it's getting less and less. So yeah, I think we need to really think about how we're using our time in class if you want to get any sort of results with your kids, right? So yeah, so my question to people watching is, what will you gain by using the ABC song? How will this make your class better? And what will you lose? Because the time you're spending on using this song that your kids already know, okay? The time that you're spending on that is time that you're not spending teaching them something else that they could actually remember. So anyway, so I rest my case. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the ABC song. And I will leave you with our final slide today. Everybody, so thank you. Yeah, we got Bill here. Thank you for watching. Yeah, so we're available both on the Central Japan on Facebook, Central Japan Language Teachers, and we're also available on YouTube, the EFL Teacher Talk channel on YouTube. So we have a bunch of other videos, and there's live discussions on Facebook. So if you want to join the discussion or maybe watch some of our back episodes, you can find us at those places. So, and I guess that is it for this week. Everybody, I hope you have a great week of lessons. Golden Week's coming up, so well-earned vacation for everybody. So until next time, good luck in your classes, and until next episode, signing out.